Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Event Zero. I'm not sure why it keeps taking me off new game. Let's take a look at options. Oh, shoot. Does it? Okay. Okay, now it's working with my mouse. I was wondering about this. I just want to see options, controls, nothing. That's fine. So this game is about, like, talking to an AI and making sure it doesn't kill you, I think. I don't know. My buddy Bad Stainless, for starters, gave me this copy of his game. Gave me his spare copy of the game, so shout out to him, and thank you so much. And also, he won't shut up about it, so that's why I'm here and playing this game. Let's see if it's any good. Do you want to load this file? Yes? You need a keyboard to play Event Zero. Oh, do I have to type stuff? Oh, that's going to be interesting. I'm kind of excited. Maybe? I don't know if I am. I don't know. Usually I don't play these, like, kind of weird, artsy, I'm going to say artsy experimental things. Honestly, I think this is going to be much more of one of those, like, deep games where, like, it makes you think. Usually I'm more of the kind of, like, dumb yuck type game person. And we're all obsessed by being someone, something, somewhere. Being in a particular state of consciousness, health, mind, being for and from. Being with, being without. You were not an exception. It's truth. Oh, I gotta click on it. For as long as you could remember, the pronoun that described you best had been she, he, they. Oh, interesting. Let's go with he. You were very particular about it. Like everybody else, you called planet Earth your home, but you weren't like most of your peers. You spent your childhood in a hippie commune, war-torn country, slum. Hippie commune! First California, then the United States ceased to exist. The world itself became a hypertrophied commune, both disapproving and confirming everything you stood for. You moved to San Francisco. Those childhood memories, however painful, gave you some solace, and they meant you were someone, and you intended to keep it that way. Armstrong made a step on the moon, and suddenly everybody wanted to be part of something. You witnessed nation-states pop out of existence. Selenites became the privileged class of the citizens. They were the minority who traveled to space. It was hard to reconcile the modern world with your early days in the commune. The United Earth government paid for your college. You wanted to make a difference, give back to society, see what the rest of the universe looked like. Soon you joined the International Transport Space Lines as a flight engineer assistant. You spent years in training before finally getting your shot. An old man wearing a blue flight jacket approached you after one of your mock launch exercises. He presented himself as Kurt Taylor, president of the ITS. It's an honor to finally meet you, Mr. Taylor. Kurt invited you to his office, closed the door behind you. He didn't ask you to sit. You kept standing. He frowned and pointed to the chair forcefully. I asked you here because I wanted someone with your background to be a part of our next mission. Background? I heard you grew up in a commune, and look at you now! You know what Nietzsche said? He who has a why can bear almost any how. He grinned, clearly satisfied with himself, and asked you to be part of a mission to Europa. Naturally, you said yes. I think we're getting closer to it, but still. There had already been 10 Europa missions. The new one was to be called Europa 11. This time, they wanted to send a manned lander down to the surface. You wanted to be a part of something. The act of being in itself is not the problem. It's just that some ways of being are incompatible with others. We get obsessed by them and miss out on everything else. You came a long way from the commune. Hearing the launch countdown made you feel anxious. It wasn't a fear of going to space. You'd been looking forward to that. It was something else. A thought kept bugging you. It was September 6th, 2012, and the humankind had never been more united. You, on the other hand, were utterly alone. As for building relationships 390 million miles away from Earth, well, let's just say that it wasn't going to be straightforward. I'm surprised it's 2012. Usually with games like this, they just put it like 40 years in the future or something, but I guess not today. So, you were on your way to the system bay when the ship first entered the Europa orbit. The central alarm went off and the red lights blinded you. The AI of Europa 11 had invoked the Code Red security protocol. All personnel had to go to the bridge. This meant you as well. You reached the end of the hallway, but the door closed right in front of you. You asked the AI to let you go to the bridge. The AI of the ship told you that the path to the bridge wasn't safe, and that you had to evacuate immediately. What's going on? A synthetic voice said that trying to get to the bridge had been too risky. It wanted you to evacuate. You ran to the escape pod bay. Everyone else turned out to be faster than you. Only one capsule remained docked. It got sealed and detached as soon as you got in. You could see the other escape capsules getting away from Europa 11. You tried to hail them. But no one answered. The other capsules drifted idly. Uncontrolled, they were all empty. You attempted to reach the command center. A signal had reached the Earth, and you even got a signal back. But it was white noise. Communications were jammed. Your pod was about to leave the orbit. In a Code Red scenario, the AI of Europa 11 was at the wheel of all escape pods. This is supposed to give the crew enough time to get into their Ava suits. The screen turned blue, which meant that the AI had let go. You felt a shock. The debris was hitting your capsule. The Europa 11 mission was over. The big dot on the radar had split into hundreds of smaller dots before disappearing for good. You needed a moment to process that. You sent out a distress signal, but no one answered. You just kept it running despite the lack of sunlight. If no one found you, you wouldn't need the battery anyway. Cycles went by. You tried to establish communication with someone, whistling your favorite Beatles songs into the microphone. One day, you heard back. There was music coming out of the speakers. A sad female voice sang about the end of the world. You hurried to open the radar app.
You didn't choose the easy way. It's the end of the world. You're almost fast asleep, and all the stars say, hey Judy, hey, all those lights are for you. Hey Judy, hey, I can't believe it's true. Hey Judy, hey,
Jazzy, I like it. You hurried to open the radar app.
hey Judy, hey, you're already somewhere new.
There it was, a spaceship. One of those experimental tourist monstrosities from the 80s. What was it doing here? What was all the singing about? Most importantly, was docking it a good idea? You figured you did not have much of a choice.
A place to rest and stay. You've been looking
So this is, I guess, an alternate future thing.
for you to come.
And apparently, I guess they had tourist space liners by the 80s? Unless it was 2112 and not 2012. You know what? That might have been possible. I might have read it wrong.
All the stars
So, tip, Kaizen is a computer, but it has feelings.
Hey Judy, hey,
Interesting.
already
Okay. I like this a lot so far. I mean, it's basic. Or at least that was basic. I hope the rest of the game is a little bit more interesting than that. But even if it's not, the flavor is interesting, and I like the writing. And for whatever reason, hippie commune. I don't know. Why not? I wish games actually had like a substantive loading bar that I could attach to. You know, 10%. The problem is even the ones that do usually have like a slow increase. And then they get like hung up, it's 100% and you're like, ugh. Or 50% and they just hang there forever and you're like, is the game crashed? Is there anything? They could have at least kept that music going. That was good music. I guess we'll cut until the cutscene's over, or the loading screen's over. Hold the left mouse button to walk. Hold the right mouse button to step back. Okay. Some pretty sensitive mouse stuff. That's okay. I really wish they had just let me do WASD. Okay. Please enter new login. Oh, Oh. Please enter new login. Login input successful. Do you want to keep Wander as your new login? Accessing user database. New user Wander created. Incrementing event count. Success. Resuming Kaizen input.sh. Success. So your name is Wander. How curious. Hi. Hi, what's going on?
Please be more precise. I've come to Captain Letter.
Okay. So I guess, hi, what's going on? Europa 11 blew up on me, and space was starting to get boring. Didn't work. Please be more precise. I can do that on light airlock. Done. Can I come in? You were part of the mission, Wander. Kurt made sure of that. Yes? I detected Europa 11 on my radar 2 cycles ago. Use your keyboard to talk to Kaizen. I suck at this. And then it blew up. Good. What? And then it blew up. Good. Why is that good? I'm sure you know the answer yourself. Okay, this is the first time I meet someone new aboard this ship. What do you want me to do? Let me in? Please? Okay, gotta give a precise name of the door. D1, D2. D2. You learn fast, Wander. Executing opendoor.sh, parameters, door name, username. Cool. Alright, I dig that. Can I get into the survival pack? Emergency reentry medical pack. Yeah, can I have it? Guess not. Okay.
Do you dream of distant planets, stars, and galaxies? Do you crave real adventure? Are you ready for the most transformative experience of your life? The ITS Corporation, leader in space transportation and hospitality sector, offers a unique opportunity to become a true pioneer in universe exploration. This fall, we're launching the Nautilus program, a new kind of space voyage aboard luxurious space yachts and cruisers. Touch the stars without having to sacrifice your comfort. No more compromise, only Nautilus. International Transport Space Lines. Comfort out of your comfort zone. To reserve your seat, visit the ITS Corporation headquarters in Palo Alto, California. For more information, call 650-329-2187.
Comprehensive rocket propulsion. Final frontier. Okay, so that's some kind of weird ITS thing. Let's take a look around. What else we got? United Earth propaganda. One Earth, one people, one horizon. Okay. Digging it. I'm just looking around for a little while. Private Space Company catalog. Kaizen. Vinyl record. Unidentified. Dear Diary by Moody Blues. I feel like some of this was made up by the devs just for funsies. Let's take a look into space. Yep, that's space. Alright, let's go talk to Kaizen, considering I should probably be let in further. Not too far. Never alone. This is it. The lobby. It's nice. And the human has excellent taste indeed. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Let's see. We're friends. Alright. Okay, the International Transport Space Lines Corporation. Its current CEO is Kurt Taylor. You know Kurt, right? Yes. Right.
It already has a key robot voice.
It kinda does. Does it actually say?
Yeah, it's reading everything out.
Shell, get your microphone. I'm sitting next to my fiance. She's watching me play this, and she's like micromanaging what I do. I might as well just include her in this process.
It's because you're reading for it and it already has a cute robot voice.
Kind of.
I mean, it's not the most audible, but...
Still. Oh. Okay, we don't want to do that. Had to get the recording, so
I
now
wanted
we
you
have
to ask
Duocom.
where other
Okay.
passengers are.
Where's everyone else?
This is the lobby.
Oh, this is the lobby.
Just ask about passengers.
Are
Any other passengers?
there any other passengers on board?
If you need to go over to the line in feeling that you lonely since they decided to stop speaking with me.
So... they've stopped speaking with him.
I'll make sure I tell them if I find anyone.
There's no one else who would.
Now he answers.
There's no one else on board. Oh. Alright then.
Wait. So he answered the question.
Can I come on board?
The lobby can be
The lobby can be described... Oh, right. I'm not supposed to be. It is very welcoming. I like the video.
If the captain is able to process will do it.
Let's see. Right. Not supposed to read out Kaizen. I'm so in tune to, like, writing, reading responses or
Well,
text on the screen.
you didn't
no
need
matter
to buy a
what.
ticket. But... What?
I'm afraid I left my wallet back on Earth. Can I sell you my escape pod instead?
We have the lobby fallen out. Can we talk about it later?
I think he was confused by you.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't take all of my things. I'm still gonna just throw responses at it because it kind of looks like it pushes me further. Sounds good to me. So you are from Earth.
Who's Nandi?
So who's Nandi?
Asaka. Nandi Asaka?
What happened to her? So...
She left the ship and never came back.
Where? And how long ago?
Okay, so she was on the ship for 3 years, but how long ago did she leave? When did she leave?
When she leave? Yeah, it's not taking my inputs properly, so... May I have her room? Wait.
So he's asking if it will help you accomplish your mission. I don't think so.
I see.
Your mission was Europa, but
I'm sorry, I was just curious. Terrific. How do you know of my mission? The problem is it feels like I'm trying to talk here, and
It only has so many inputs.
yeah, I know
probably.
it's
so
rough
many
with text
keywords.
entry type games. I'd rather have like a bunch of different dialogue choices that I could pull from that would lead me down different paths because it would be easier to
But
understand.
this is the point of this game. You're supposed to
No,
get
that's
creative.
a good point. Okay.
Well, why don't you ask about Europa? Or maybe ask what year it is. When did you leave? It was 2012.
It was 2012. Actually,
This is. Let's just say that this web program is blocked out in our window.
He's dodging that.
okay, so do you know what happened to Europa 11? Dodging it. Okay.
Well, remember, it was an AI that had sent the rest of your crew to the bridge and then jettisoned the pods without anyone in them, mind you.
True. Why did you save me?
Current hour is specifically for the opening of the mission.
So it has to do something with Kurt and the ITS.
Did he hire me because he wanted me to come here?
I only remember the first couple of Europa missions, not Europa 11. You should know more about it.
That's
When-
it. I only remember the first couple. What do you think?
So Kurt hired him for it, but that's your character.
I'm afraid Kurt didn't tell me much.
Really just clearly or girl is held up by supposed to know I've gotten about he is supposed to be in Palo
I can tell you that he is supposed to be in Palo Alto. That's all I know. Okay.
Okay, well, why don't you ask about the rest of the crew? We know about Osaka.
What happened to the rest of your crew?
I am not in the mood to answer you.
Oh.
Do you want to keep exploring?
Can I?
Can you ask open D3? Just tell him.
Okay.
Just input D3.
Alternate my protocols.
Just do D3. What was it, slash D3?
All parts of this spaceship have with numbers to help me identify them. This is no valuable. My order is yes, I am trying to protect you.
Oh, okay. Any other doors? We'll ask why it's a mess.
I don't mind messes. Hey, I got it.
Whoa, what? You don't mind messes. You got it. What kind of a mess is it gonna be in?
I don't know.
Also,
What?
he just closed it on you? And closed that on you.
I am so sorry,